guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be learning about the basics of Blender and how to use it. But what is Blender? Blender is a 3D software, also known as a 3D engine, that people use to make short movies and also use it to make models, to sculpt them, and to make 3D assets, and sometimes even to make models to after export them into game engines to use those objects that they made in game engines to make games. So that might be a little bit overwhelming at first, but don't worry, all of the basics of Blender will be covered in this video. So let's get started. So now that we're inside Blender, let's get started. So it might be a little bit overwhelming at first. So you started, but you maybe want to try to move a little bit, right? That's, I think, what everyone wants to do when they start to open a 3D software. But you see that you directly need help because you can't move. You're like here, you try to move, but you can't. That's the problem. Right click, you just get this shade smooth, shade flat. Left click, you just select stuff. And after, you're like, how do we zoom in? How do we zoom out? How do we pivot around? How do we orbit around? So that's everything I'm going to be explaining in this video. How to move around, what all of these thingies do. Actually, I never even used this. What does it do? Yes, how do we use it, and how do you use these small meters and all of that stuff. So I think that we'll want to start with the with the movement. So okay, so if we want to turn around, we have to hold like on our mouse. Here we have a mouse. If you don't have a mouse and you're on Windows, well, I think you had to go to settings here somewhere. Preferences. I didn't hear. This is the first that I can go. I don't know how to use this because I was on the computer when I first started Blender, but I never, that was quite a long time ago, so I don't know what to do, but you can mess around with that stuff. Just watch some YouTube videos or something, because I have no clue. Sorry, I have no clue with that. But if you have a mouse, then use on your mouse this button. If you want to pivot around, then hold it and just turn it around, and it'll move and move and move and move. You can move up, down, up, like my mouse here. You can go up, down. So after I just put it up, down, up. I'm putting my hand so that it detects a surface, but up, down, right? And that's, you could go left, right, yeah. So after, now that we know how to pivot, it might be confusing, but sometimes when you start, you also get a little bit confused, because sometimes you're like here, and after you're like, am I facing the correct side? Well, you have a hint, is these two things. It's that actually I think the easiest one is the light. If this piece of string with this ball here, if the piece of string is going upwards like a mirror would do, like if there was like a ball here, then it would be putting its like reflection. Well, if it's facing upwards, that means that you are upside down. And after the camera, that's not very visible, but it's when this thing is pointing downwards. Yeah, but it should actually be facing upwards. So That's another hint. Wait, is that how you erase? Okay. Anyways. So, now that we know how to move, pivot around, and do all that fun stuff, let's start learning how to how to move another way. So you could also zoom in and out. So that's simple. You could just have the again the mouse button here, this small scroll wheel on your mouse. You just have to turn that around, and then you can zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so I think, oh no, actually no. After, if you want to pan around by doing, this is panning, going like this, doon, doon. Then just do shift and the middle mouse button, hold it, and you can go shift F. Look, you can pan the view, pan like this. 3D cursor. You see, and after you can shift in the 3D cursor. And after you have also the select toggle, yeah. Anyways, axis, alt. Oh, okay. So after it tells you what you could do down here. Yeah, okay, great. Now that we know how to do those basics, like pan around, shift, and then you just hold the thing and you go pan, 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 pan. Now that we know these basics, let's look at this big, menacingly scary window thingy. Shall we? So this is the select cursor. You can select objects with it. It's like when you are on your window, on your, for example, let's see. Oh, wrong thing. For example, when you're on your, let's see. On your window, you might have like a background at the back, whatever. And after you can like select and you go, actually, no, wrong one. You can after like select like this, then it selects, right? Well, this is the same thing in Blender. You can just do the same thing as you do on your computer. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, same thing. Just like, what would I say for like a verb? You just select, yeah. Next thing here we have is the cursor. Wherever so you can just left click for the cursor, or you could shift right click. Yeah, and after you can like move if you hold it. Yay! And after that changes, because wherever it is, then after wherever you put an object like a cube, it will be there. And after, for example, if I put it there, after if I put, for example, a nicosphere, it would be there. And after, for example, if I put it over there, after I could just put, I don't know, maybe a ellipsoid or whatever that thing is. Yeah, ellipsoid. I don't know what it's, ellipsoid. Alright, so anyways, so now that we know this cursor thingy, you might be wondering, how do you put the object? How do you just do this? Go and put whatever you want, or like light probe, light, point light, area light, whatever. You might be wondering. Well, it isn't that complicated. We will get to that, but not just yet. Right? Okay, not just yet. So, yeah, so after, I think that we should go with the rotation. With the rotation, oh, we have a mess. Actually, I'll make a new Blender file. Wait. I'll make a new Blender file Blender project because it is a mess. Wait, let's go here. Oh, great. Okay, so now I'll just make a new one so that we can go to the rotation. Okay, great. So now that we have this, let's go to the rotation. So now, as you would expect, you could rotate around like this. Same things. And after, if you go in the middle, you have multi-axis. If you go right in the middle, but after, if you go between two, you get also multi-axis and all that. And after, if you go on this like line, you can do like 360s. You can turn it freely, however you want. Here you can turn, and turn. Again, here you have to move, or you can move here, move there. If you go in this, then you can move on two. Oh, you can move freely. If you go here, you will have, if you go in the middle of two, and you go, not like the rotate, if you go in the middle of two and you go in the circle here, it's middle of the X and Y axis. You may be new to the X and Y. I think I explained that to one of my scratch videos, but so X and Y is usually like X is this, X, you see, positive X this, negative X this, and Y is up, and then negative Y is down. Then you also have Z front and backwards, but except in Blender, they say they actually said that the Z is up and down and the Y is front and back, but I don't know why. And yeah, and after you can also what else? Okay, yeah. So now after we have the scale tool, we can take our cube and scale it. Scale, free movement, not free movement. You see, we can only move on two axes. Same thing. And after, we can also combine the rotates. Then we can also combine, oh, this is a multi-tool. I would recommend you guys to do this transform. It does everything at once. If you're new, you might not want like this or want this, but it can be useful sometimes. Oh, yes. Let's go big. Yes, instead of just doing all that stuff, instead of just having to go here, press this, go there, press that, and whatever. Now let's just again. There's a shortcut, Control Z, that makes all of the changes that we made, and after it undoes. Okay, that undo this. Okay, it undo now. Great. Now we have the draw tool, like you saw me use. After, you can choose the color, the placement. I don't know what this does because I never actually used a pen. Does it work? Oh, it's on surfaces now. Yippee! The view. What did this do? Oh, it's on the view now. For example, if I had to do this, hello. Now it will not be in place or on an object. It would just be part of our thingy. Yeah. And after, I don't know how you can erase because I never used erase, but yeah, anyways, we are not talking about that here. After here, we can measure from here to like there, or for example here, there, or for example, from here to here, or for example, here to there. For example, fine. Okay, now let's just go down in there. It's again a mess, so let's just make another project. Let's save. No, I say don't save. Now let's make another. Oh, wrong button. Make another project. And here, I think we'll talk about this. Oh, wait, what? Here. Oh, I never saw that tool. I never seen that tool. Wow. Wait. Oh. Oh, I get it. Scale cage. Wow. Oh, it's really taking the stuff from that. Oh, wow. Okay. So, I just discovered something because I never actually used this stuff. And after, if you also like, if you stretch it out, it puts the names. But after, if you hold on the ones that have like these small right triangles, you can have to choose stuff. I don't know. Like I think my favorite is actually going to be the cage scale. It's quite fun. Okay. After you can hold it, go back to scale. Like you just have to hold, and after you. Oh, that's the scale. Oh, that's the scale. I thought it was a transform. And after hitting the pen, you have alternate line, polygon. Ooh. I mean, not, yeah. After, if we want to do, for example, erase, go alternate raise. It just raises. Measurement now. Oh, after here, when you have the cube, after here, you could also do icosphere, and wow, that is awesome. I never found this. I never used it, but I didn't know that this existed. Okay, this is too cool. Anyways, after, now that we seen the basics, wait. Ooh. Now that we've seen the basics, then now let's just do from the beginning. Great. Now let's just put the basics. Add a cube. What's a tweak? I don't know the tweak. Oh, the tweak. Oh, okay. Anyways, the select box is what is the normal one, then alternate is the normal one, then okay, great. Now we have everything at its normal thing. Now let's go to the now let's go to the this part. These thingies. So in the basics you'll have the solid shading. Then here you can do, if you put colors on it, for example, if I were to smooth it, just sculpting, for example, like for example, if I were to put any, let's say, color. Anyways, actually, wait, let's just make a circle from basics. So layout modeling is just when it does it automatically for you, the editing mode, and yeah, that is not important because we're not talking about it right now. But let's go back to the stuff that we had. Let's not go to the stuff that we didn't see yet. So after here we use this to see color, but this we used for color and lighting, and this is what you'd see from the camera view. So after you have these buttons here, these buttons where you can zoom in, zoom out if you're on the laptop. And after here you can move, pan around with this hand. Then with the camera you can go the camera. I don't know the hotkey for that. It's number pad 0. So if you have a number pad you can put 0. Or you could also say, actually I don't know, 0? No, it doesn't work. Only number pads. And after here we can do number 5. Number pad 5. This is orthographic mode. Anyways, great. No view of infinity. Great. Yes. So after here we have, instead of, you can use the number pads to see different perspectives of an object. Like you can see, I think one is dead on. It's negative y. After 6 is y. 2 it's, where's 2? Okay, 3 it's x. 4 is what? Oh no, 4 is 4 and 2. Anyways, so you could also do this to get orthographic mode. That means that you will not have the free perspective mode. So in perspective mode, you have like you can see through clearly, but after when it's here, when it's off, this is orthographic mode. This is when you see like just absolutely no resolution, just infinity. But after here, perspective mode, you have like an end. So this is just the object like dead on like that. But after, if you want perspective, then re-click that. You can also say can also do the 5 number pad. Click it, and yeah. After, we also have transform stuff. Transform values here on the side. Because when we select an object, we have like this scene collection. After, we can select objects, and then here if we click on these, the arrows, after here are the small components, and these are the parents. So this, the child is the parent. That's some coding vocabulary. Also game vocabulary, 3D software vocabulary. It's that when the parent is the one that contains everything, like on a hierarchy. And after, the child is the one that is from the parent, and then the parent is again the thing. So that means the cube is the parent of these two childs. The cube is the child of the parent cube, but except cube is the parent of material. And materials is cube's child. So yeah. And after here we have the, wait, let's make this location go to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 meters. Lock. Because now we can't move it anymore because it's locked. So after, yeah. Anyways, after here you can click on the eyes to see and not see. I don't know what this thingy does, but I never used it. And after, you could also click on these eyes to see nothing. And after, the way that you select things, you can also select them here. And after, if you want to go in edit mode, you just click tab and then excuse me. I'm at the light. I want to go to cube. Good. So when you go in, you could just click model link, or you could just go on the layout, normal layout, and just click tab. And then here again, you can do stuff like that. Yeah. And after here, you have so many things that you can do. You have insert phases. You can insert them. For example, after here, you have like the line selecting stuff. Then you can make cool things with them. Yeah. Beveling. Bevel, then you can extrude, and then you can just select a face, then you can just go there, then you can just extrude. No, you could have to extrude that part, and then you could also, yeah, so many things that you can do with this software, but we are not talking about it right now. We're just trying to go through these thingies. Yeah. After there are many things like this thing, I don't know what it does. The shear. Like the smooth, the randomize. I don't know what it does. The randomizing. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Not smooth is nice stuff. But I don't know. I most of these things I don't use, but yeah. Anyways. So now that we have a beautiful tower by clicking tab and not tab. By the way, sometimes when you're clicking tab, it doesn't want to work. Sometimes it doesn't want to work. The reason why is because you have to select the object that you want to edit. Then it will only work. And after it only works on object meshes, not like camera or lights. Yeah. And after here, when you're in edit mode, let's say edit, right? After, if you have multiple objects, after you might be wanting to select it, then you want to maybe go add modifiers and add something. Again, modifiers, we may be going to be covering that in another video. Actually, we will, but not now. After you're like, oh no, it's not giving it. It's giving only the cube, and I wanted the cube to, I don't know, the icing or something. But then it doesn't work, for example. And yeah. So then, that's where these small buttons come in. So after you can select what you want to work on and select in edit mode and all of that. After here, we have like these buttons. If you don't have a number pad or a laptop, you could just press these and move around. And after you can also, instead of doing the middle mouse button on your laptop, you could also do hold and click on this, and after this could also work. And I think that we have everything done for the basics. Yeah. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and understand it, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye. See you later.